Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Rams. All that and more coming up next.
It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. It's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start.
Oh my God, I actually have to play realistically.
These guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight for roster spots and start shaping your roster for week number 1.
You heard me.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And here we go from LA.
You weren't fixing to do nothing.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game.
So the Los Angeles Rams apparently have Jordan Love at quarterback.
First rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
Love throwing to start us off. Well, they took their
practice.
shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. Second down.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame.
You know how you counter that? You hit the same button he uses to make it happen.
Now for Jonathan Brooks. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's on the move. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important. And I don't think talk about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for him? Do they believe in him?
Maybe don't get burned next
J.J.
time.
has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. He's contained at the line for no gain. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
McCarthy to throw for it. To the sideline, and it is incomplete. Short of the line to gain. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
The fuck?
4th down.
Do you think maybe
Jim Harbaugh, no stranger to barking at officials, and he's going to make them take another look at this one. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game.
1, 2, motherfucker. Bullshit. He fucking caught that. He had 2 steps inbound. They called it out of bounds and
successful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturn call. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Wouldn't overturn it. I can't think of the fucking
Play
word.
fake, it's Love. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And you keep fumbling?
Running once more with Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Love. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. J.K. Scott on to punt. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Takes it just shy of that end zone. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. They're out and set, 1st and 10. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Bro, teaming Xavier Worthy and Isaiah Bond up along with Roman Wilson and Devontae Walker is crazy.
That's going to be an incomplete pass.
Then add in Kyle Pitts and Colston Loveland.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. On the run right. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal. McCarthy to throw it. Into the hands of Gibbs. He has the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
But this will make you feel better about it. Just remember that sometimes people have to pay extra for this shit.
Hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff.
Fuck your game.
Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out come the Rams on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So second down coming up.
God damn, the Rams have Jalen Waddle.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You say that, but you know if we do that Legends draft, you're going to draft Tony Romo.
Again, it's Brooks.
Be like, Dak Prescott replaced Tony Romo. Well, now Tony Romo's going to replace Dak Prescott.
47. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
If we do the Legends draft, I'll tell you right now the one person I'm going after. Fucking Megatron.
Takes the handoff, now Love. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable.
I want Megatron. I want Megatron and I want Percy Harvin.
From the 47. This time they're going to get there and they drop him.
At running back, I want LaDainian Tomlinson.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked
on defense,
out,
I want
Javon
Kearse.
There's no escape. It can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense who puts a sack on the board. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And that last impressive touchdown drive, I'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. Stopped on the play by the rookie from Tennessee. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
I've only ever seen one fucking logo from the Steelers.
And he's going to be brought down after a small gain to the 18. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
No, thank you.
We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. First throw for the backup now. Complete beyond the marker. And
Quentin Ewers to Brandon Cooks for the first play with my backups, and Brandon Cooks still cooking.
For 30, and they'll have first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing.
You know what you should get excited about? The fact that you traded me Brandon Cooks thinking he was washed up, and he's fucking cooking for me right now.
Tone of this drive.
And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
No, I remember you saying Brandon Cooks sucks now. And I was like, well, if you don't want him, trade him to me.
I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
I don't remember.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Oh shit, I hit the wrong fucking button. God damn it. I almost got intercepted because I had one fucking
Charlie loose, incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is.
Right.
He can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Throwing the out route complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up first down.
Next time I see your mom, I'll ask her.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And in for the touchdown. Bates. Sure. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys double their lead to 14.
14. Rams nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5.
Well, you could, but you throw them, apparently.
Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback, as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 4.
Apparently Jordan loves backup of Spencer Rattler.
Now here he goes. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 41-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Gotten 4 sacks so far in this game.
That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Rams are set to punt. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The visitors and Tez Walker headed back onto the field. Officially a 55-yard loss.
That's what happens when you drink Power
They're going to
Thirst.
take over possession. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From midfield now. This one taken in by Corum. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 on a first down. Corum straight ahead. Broke through the tackle. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Kind of like your girlfriend's.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Completes this one to Corum. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now and goal to go. 1st down from the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he will take this in. Touchdown.
It's sexual assault in most states.
These guys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good from Bates. And his guys stretch their lead to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Rattler.
Spencer Rattler just met Aiden Hutchinson.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
To preserve a lead and get out of there with no injuries.
Finding room at the 30.
Also not run up the score on your opponent.
That's the 30. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams chop some of the lead off before the half.
No, so in our league, in my leagues, you can chew clock with under 3 minutes in the first half and any time in the 4th quarter.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away.
With under 3 minutes left in the first half or any time in the 4th quarter.
What used to be a touchback, it's at the 25 after the return. Now this offense ready to head back out. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Cut out left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on 1st down. Getting out to his left. He takes it himself. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this case,
Yeah,
that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win.
I do like a Tiger thing with 3 rips for the Bengals, though.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's
But, like,
second and
you
1.
see how, like, they got the 3 black things going down the B?
From the 29. Completed over the middle.
But, yeah, I mean, I think it
He's
looks really
brought
good,
down
though.
at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys get more points to end a lopsided first half. Bates tacks on the extra point. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. So we've reached the half of this preseason opener. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these 2 teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Kate Scott. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Like, there's not really any cool, like fan name lion logos out there.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Time now for the bottom half of the roster to make an impact, Brock. Our preseason opener underway in half number 2. Look at this out of the bag of tricks. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered Kate on that play. They're just
Who is
CJCWB?
CJCWB?
For him to sneak that throw in.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw.
Mike.
Complete out to the right side.
Who is
And
CJCWB?
they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
No.
They got
Somebody
24
on
yards
PlayStation
on the
named
play.
CJCWB just sent me a
first
friend
down.
request.
Tight end in motion left. This one's
The only CJ I knew that was associated with CWB was David Ray's brother.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
2nd down run by Corum. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. They'll turn to Corum on 3rd down. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, looking to throw. Catch is made.
It's not David Ray's brother, CJ?
They get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
What were you saying? It's not
That
him.
play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They'll come up first and 10. Working inside the red zone.
Gotcha.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
Gotcha.
These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Point after up and good from Bates. And his guys continue piling on to this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to... Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They're going play action. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
How can you see that?
Now Rattler.
Yeah, but are you matched up against him?
Finds his target, Mason.
Oh, okay.
And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to
That's
dump
because
it.
every 3rd down is a 3rd and long
And
for
the
him.
defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. And after
So
that
there's this
drive,
one
backwards.
college
He's
football
gonna send this
content
one
creator
forward.
that I watch his videos because like his
Finally gets
videos
a
are
hold of
good.
one here. This is it
But it
for
bugs me that like his accent bugs the fuck out of me. He can't
And he's
say
gonna get a modest amount
the
on that
I
return
vowel
before he
sound.
ends up out of bounds.
So like him
The
is hum.
offense getting set to go. And you can
Like
see in these
every
clips,
M
quite an extensive highlight reel he's
for
put
him.
together in what is a
So them,
touchdown
there's no
game
them,
already.
there's them.
I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone.
And it just
I know in hoops, sometimes
irks
shooters
me.
say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger. He's made it look easy.
I'll start
So
on the
drag
ground,
routes,
Corum.
and screens and
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now it looks like
Flats
somebody is
and all
shaken
that
up
fun
after that
shit.
play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. Here's 2nd and 11. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They send Cooks left. They're going to run on first down with Corum. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Corum again. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll stick with Cora. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
See what happens when you don't quit the game?
Everybody rushing back to the line. On the handoff, it's Corum. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They'll try with Corum. Oh, he tried. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams headed out to the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead.
Damn. The announcers are throwing shade at the Rams. They said, I'm sure they're tired of bringing the punter out. Maybe this drive will be different.
He heads for the sideline.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Well, they got a first down this time.
Upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They just get the play off. And he can't escape this one. They get to him for a nice exclamation.
Be like, hey, Stanley, you just got beat by Colorado.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided
Yeah, so
affair.
Spencer Rattler just met fucking Aiden Hutchinson again. He didn't like it.
Just get this final quarter over with. Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Throwing from the gun here. They connect for the first.
Yeah, he got another sack on Spencer Rattler.
It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to
he
reach
met
that marker on 4th down.
Aiden Hutchinson's shoulder to his chest.
Looking to throw, Rattler. Finds a seam down the middle.
Well, they might actually score this time.
Finally bring him down.
They got it down to the red zone.
And a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Here's a give up the middle. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing is Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Flabbergasted, not flabbergasket. You're not a car gasket.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Motioning left is their running back. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Field goal attempts coming up from John Parker Romo. This will be a 44-yard look. The kick by Roddy's good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll give him a first down. From the gun, a carry by Corum. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And it sits on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back to throw now. Dumps it off to his running back. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Walker going to motion over right. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Give to Corum from the gun. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives them the first.
What? The only person I remember that was associated with C-Dub that named CJ was David Ray's brother.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Brother? And I may even be remembering that wrong, but like that's the only person I thought of when I saw CJ.
6 yards, the pickup there.
But I might be just forgetting somebody.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. These guys continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Bates tacks on the extra point. And these guys grow their lead yet again. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff.
Yeah, that's Chris Stevens. That's David Ray's brother.
This return makes it up to the 25. This offense making its way back out now. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here.
That's the only person I remember that went by CJ.
Throwing now off play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up,
are you not leaving tomorrow?
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Rattler. He's on the move.
You thought?
He's gonna run for it. It's out
hey,
after stringing together some nice yards
Mike,
on that
go
roll.
Find the sound clip when the fans would chant that Joe is gonna kill you to AJ Styles, and then load it into Discord as a soundboard thing.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up.
Dude, so in 3 quarters of this game, Quinn Ewers has over 350 yards, 20 pass completions, 5 touchdowns. That's my backup quarterback for JJ.
A give up the middle to Corum. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's not good. Aiden Hutchinson has a dislocated shoulder.
Not a huge game, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the
Mike, that's not good.
Aiden
Aiden Hutchinson has a dislocated shoulder.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
That's true.
They motion a receiver left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. There he goes again. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A run now with Corum. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Corum gets it. He's up again. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Word is that Nico may be going to USC for Lincoln Riley.
Straight ahead. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop it.
Word is that Nico might be going to USC.
Yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Now an inside give to Benson. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. These guys throwing 6 more on the blowout.
I mean, it is funny though that he's pulling all this, and if you like separate out the syllables in his last name, it's literally I am Aliva. Aliva, like a lever, but Aliva.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Now outruns their offense to take over. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. At the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Rams putting up points in a game decided.
They keep throwing shade at my opponent. I just let them score so I could get the ball back real quick. The announcer goes, "The Rams putting up points in a game that's already decided." And they said it with so much enthusiasm.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. This offense headed out as we get a look at them. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Corum. It's a gain of 17 on that one, and it'll give him a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Turning Blake Corum into a power back. I love the commentary for it. Some running backs, they just choose violence.
And he found some running room for a nice game.
They love the contact.
Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Here's Corum. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. Picked up by the Rams. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Yeah, I get it, Kate.
So we have a pause.
After
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Now looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. So they decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown, the knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It was a great effort from our winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
Just got his Xbox, I think. But Xbox hopped on the league and like, let's fucking go. Sounds about right. Hopefully he's not like hopefully he's not like a fake fucking like one of those people who make a new account just to get into just to have an easier time. Yeah. Watch it be Lamar fucking Jackson this year. Watch be fucking Kurt Benkert. You don't want to play against Kurt Benkert. He'll play you like real style football without taking advantage of the game's coding and still fuck you up. God.
Yeah, because he can actually read fucking defenses.
Yeah. Like
He's an NFL trained quarterback. He knows how to read defenses.
like you could be playing against the Chiefs and you could be playing against like the fucking Cleveland Browns and he'll still fuck you up.
Yep.
That's where I learned how to pass from. Kurt Benkert. In the dime lab. I didn't think it was his shit. I was just watching him. The one thing I do like about his football gameplay is he actually narrates what he's doing as he's doing it. So it makes it real easy to kind of like look at what he's doing and figure out like how to do it. Opposed to like other like YouTubers where they'll explain after the play's over what they did. Like, did you see that? You see how I pass led to the fucking outside shoulder? No.